Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Charlie Drives. Today you join me in a 718 Cayman S in crayon, looking really awesome. I've got this car actually for a few days. There's a bit of an update on the 911 which I'll share with you guys. But I thought I would just do a little video on this car, just to do a bit of a walk around. I'll take it for a little drive, give you guys a bit of an idea of how this car performs. It is pretty much identical to the Boxster that I had earlier on in the year. That car was pretty awesome, I quite enjoyed driving it. So really I want to just do a bit of a comparison exercise between this and the Boxster. But essentially I think the main conclusions from it will be the fact that the Boxster has a soft top and this has a hard top, as you can see. You've got the front boot here, which is a huge amount of space, so you get a lot of storage space in there. You can fit a pretty large suitcase in there, to be honest. But the beauty again about this is you have this rear boot space as well, because the engine sits exactly there. But the nice thing about this as well is, as you can see on the left hand side, you've got little storage bins either side which you can close and open, and as you can see you've also got some luggage straps on the back here, so you can fit quite a lot of luggage here. And I suppose the benefit of this car is that you would probably be able to fit a bit more luggage in it than you can in the Boxster. This car is actually a little bit cheaper than the Boxster S as well, so the Boxster S I think retails for about £3,000 or £4,000 more, so I think essentially what you're paying for there is the actual mechanics on the roof. But yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. So this particular car, let's have a look at the interior. This particular car's got this two-tone vibe going on, which is not my... I wouldn't spec it like this. I think I would spec definitely dark seats, because I can imagine that after a while these seats would show sort of signs of wear a lot quicker. But I saw, I could see what they were trying to do with this, obviously trying to match it a little bit with the exterior paintwork. You definitely have to spec Bose speakers for sure in these cars. It's a PDK box, so again we have the instant gear changing, which we'll experience in a few moments. We have, as you can see, the dial here, which gives you the ability to do Sport and Sport Plus mode as well as an individual setting. We've got the controls down here for the exhaust, so you can open and close the exhaust valves. Again, it's got all of the PCM, it's got the Sport Chrono system as well. It's got very basic seats, very basic. So these seats are like kind of bog standard seats, no adjustables. It's only literally a two-way adjustable seat. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that this car has got to offer. But yeah, so for £69,396, it's quite an expensive car. I don't know if I'd actually buy one brand new, but it gives you an idea of what sort of thing you get for your money. One of the big things about this car that I find amazing is actually how well it stops. The brakes are insane, and look at the size of those brake calipers, they're massive. So this, yeah, absolutely wicked car. Let's take it out for a drive, see what it's all about on the road. Sport mode, exhaust valves automatically open in sport mode. So here we go. I don't know why you wouldn't drive around with the valves open all the time, because it is a particularly quiet car. It's not, I mean, with the valves open, it's nice. It gives you a bit more dramatics, and you get a few crackles and bangs and stuff. But when sport mode is turned off and you don't have the valves open, it's pretty subdued as a car. Definitely pulls. Certainly pulls really nicely. One of the things I would say about the car is that it's a quick car, right? It's certainly a very, very quick car, but you don't feel, I think because you're surrounded in all this luxury, it kind of cushions you a little bit from that rawness. And I could imagine after owning this car for about a month, I could only fear that I might get a bit bored of it. I think for the price, 70 grand, you can buy some really, really nice 911s for that price as well. Obviously second-hand ones. I think the depreciation in this car would be quite quick. There's already some second-hand versions of this particular model going for, you know, 50k, 50, 60k mark. Some of them are even around 40k, so, or high 40s at least. So I probably wouldn't buy one brand new. And if I was to buy one, I think I would be very tempted to go for the Boxster, to be honest, because I think when you've got the roof down and you have that as a specific option on the car, it makes it a little bit more interesting. It probably will help a little bit with keeping the level of dramatics up. It's good to have the ability to take the roof off, which I think is nice. And again, like, you know, rigidity differences between this and a Boxster, you're really only going to notice the differences on a track, and that's obviously not going to be a very regular occurrence. But yeah, generally the cabin is it's a really nice place to be. It's very comfortable. I can imagine this would be a very, very easy daily driver. The car is super easy to drive. You know, I compare this, if I'm comparing this to the Esprit, you know, the Esprit's a lot lower. It's not as easy to get in and out of. It's just little things like that make a big difference. And, you know, people talk about these cars, you know, as you know, it's maybe a luxury or it's a toy. You definitely don't get a lot of practicality with having just two seats, but I think what they've tried to do with this is make it as practical as they possibly can, whilst giving you a little bit of enjoyment factor as well. So it's yeah, brilliant. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think this car is absolutely fantastic. It's really, really great car. The fuel economy is second to none. I can't imagine getting much better fuel economy in other sort of sports cars. So that is definitely a positive for this Cayman. The color choice I actually really like. It's grown on me. I wasn't sure about crayon as a particular color. I don't think I would spec a 911 in crayon, but I think crayon really does suit these cars. I really do. I don't think, like for example, Miami Blue as an alternative, I don't think works as well. But crayon in this particular model is pretty awesome. So the crayon has grown on me, especially with the sort of darker kind of matte. What wheels has it got? It's got, fuck, it doesn't even say on here what wheels it's got. It just says 20-inch Carrera Classic wheels, which isn't, I don't think that's even right. Maybe the spec sheet's wrong. You get all of the benefits with the mid-engine. It handles really, really nicely. It's impossible to crash. It's really, really, it's just so drivable. It's easy. It's totally easy. Anyway, I filmed yesterday for a little bit longer. So I actually filmed the second part of the video yesterday, and realised that no sound had recorded, unfortunately. So I'm just going to finish the video right now by just taking the car on a little bit of a spirited run. I know I did that last time in the Boxster, but just to kind of give a little bit of an impression of what this thing is like. So let's put it in Sport Plus and manual. Giving this back today, and make sure you tune into the next video to keep an eye on what's going on with the 911, because I've got a bit more information to tell you about that. Cutting a long story short, it has cost me a small fortune recently. As I said earlier, I think it gives you a slight false sense of speed and drama because of this kind of this cocoon that you're in, the cabin that you're in. It really does just kind of it quietens everything down. The engine is right there. I'm in the same room.
Now turn left.
I'm in the same room as the engine, and it really does sound quite quiet. Cornering is fantastic. Be really interested to take this out on a track, to be honest. See how much play it gives you. See how much slip it allows. Even the traction control just came on in 3rd gear. Anyway guys, if you're liking the videos, please don't forget to subscribe. It really does make a difference. Also stay tuned, we've got a lot of car content coming up over the summer, so I'll keep you posted on all of that.
Turn half right after 300 yards onto High Street.
So yeah, please subscribe, and I think the next video will certainly be an additional update on the 911. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that.
Now turn half right.
And I'll catch you for the next video. Take care guys, see you later, bye.